Hey friends, it's Candy Barone. Welcome to the show. So let me ask you, are you ready to say yes to yourself? Are you ready to live your life lit and leave your living legacy? Then you stopped at the right place. Buckle up because here we go. It's about to get raw, real, unscripted, unfiltered, and we're about to jump down some amazing rabbit holes. Let's do this, y'all. Let's get aligned as fuck. When we keep trying to control where the path is trying to guide us, those shadows are that's the shadows that are getting in our way. And if you map that out for yourself, you would get very clear where those fears, where those blocks, where those patterns show up, because that's the shadow. Every time we feel we need to take over, there is a shadow we're rubbing up against, period. Just trusting ourselves, it's trusting the universe, it's trusting innate guidance, and it's trusting your intuition. It's trusting that you will have what you need if the hits come. It is the space that says, do you believe you will be fully supported and provided for? If then you got to let it go. And it's so crazy because we will trust Amazon more than we will trust the universe. I was just talking to a client about this. We will trust Amazon. We put an order into Amazon and we're not like, did they put it on a UPS truck or did they put it on FedEx or did they put it on, I just know it's coming to my house. And if they're like, hey, there was a delay, we're like, okay, we don't sit there and monitor that damn shipment. Yet when we put something in the universe, we are trying to track every freaking aspect of it. And we're telling the universe, no, it should be on a FedEx truck. And the universe is like, I have a UPS truck. It's bigger and it's coming. And will you shut up? Like literally, we trust things like Amazon more than we trust the ultimate catalog, which is that of the universe, to say, do you trust that you are really ultimately provided for and supported along that journey? If this is a hit coming through you, don't you think you will be guided into how? But as soon as we take over the driver's seat, we're like, I got this. I know how we need to do this. The universe says, all right, if you want to make this difficult, I'll just watch and I'll just wait and watch. Because the universe will never, ever, 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 ever interfere with our free will. That is the beauty of us being human beings in a spiritual experience. We have free will. You can make it difficult, which means you are creating far more suffering that is needed. Right. Or you can lean in, trust, and surrender and let the path guide you.
Yeah, you get to choose.
We get to choose. And the thing is, most people, this is the space. Most people have given that choice to something outside of themselves. They have handed over that power, the truest power that we have, which is our own personal power. And because they're too busy in comparisonitis and shaming and whatever, they think because theirs doesn't look like someone else's, which is exactly the point. It's not supposed to look like someone else's. They push all that power out. How do you activate this desire in you? It's how do you do it in a way that is fulfilling and meaningful so that you can live your life on your terms, right? It's how do you do this and not kill yourself? How do you do this and stop suffering? How do you do this and bring your own body and being into salvation that says this really is effortless and easy? And I did nothing yesterday and got a call that someone wants to partner with me on 2 different day-long things to work with their people. I'm like, and that's just being in the energy. Things will be naturally called to you as a result.
Yeah. Well, I think it is, people just get scared of that void. They look at it as like, oh my God, we're just not even conditioned to sit with the void anymore. Right. And so it feels so uncomfortable to a lot of people. And they feel like, okay, I've got to fill every little tiny nook and cranny of my day. But that's so much of the issue.
Well, it is. And that's where we have the opportunity. And I think about the energy that's moving. I had a lot of stuff drop in this weekend. And one of them being, oh, no wonder why these containers are starting to call through for me to create a space again. And I know other people are feeling the same thing as we're moving out of the cross of the planning, which is this very, I need everybody else's approval and opinion, and I'm going to hand power out. And it's a very industrialized, it's just this whole, like from 1615, we've been in this energy, right? It's a lot of energy. It's all we've known coming in. We are moving into this space to redefine what selfish means. And selfish being that when I choose me and all of what that means, I naturally am giving that power to others to feel empowered as well, right? Empowerment is a self-intrinsic thing. It's a thing that says, I'm choosing. And so we are moving into this energy that says, how do I learn? So here's the thing, if the energy is going to shift February 2027 in the cross of the sleeping phoenix, which is this divine feminine, this internalized selfishness, this healthy selfishness, if we choose, don't we need to learn the skills on how to do that in the next 4 years to get ready for the energetic shift that's coming? What a beautiful space to learn how to make you a priority. It's one of the reasons why I say, when we talk about the dream framework, one of those rocks, non-negotiable when you do work in my containers, one of those rocks, non-negotiable, better be about you, period. You know, 2 of them be about your vision, your dream, your work, your business, your family, your people. One of those rocks, non-negotiable. You cannot move anything forward if you are not making you a priority, period. And so when you look at, if I have priorities on how I need to be, not what I need to do, that's the other thing I want you to realize. Dream model, while it's a masculine framework, it is not about the doing as much as it is about how you're being. The rocks, those priorities, there's 3 of them you get. One of them must be about how you're filling your own cup. One of them must be about how you're making yourself a priority. One of them must be called you. End of story, hard stop. There is no room in my containers. That is one of the non-negotiables, is that one of those rocks is about you, because we need to remember how to put ourselves first, and we need the skills and the tools, and some of that is contemplation. Some of that is that space of being able to just feel into, be curious, do what presents, as another one of my coaches used to say, do what presents, and allow ourselves to be open to it. We need to trust and surrender in that. And the only way that happens is when you create space. Literally, it's on your calendar. Space for me. Yesterday, I told you when we were talking about things, I'm like, I'm not doing any videos today. I've been in contemplation all weekend. Lots been hitting. I'm kind of a little tired. It hit me hard. Yes. So I rested. I read a lighter book. I rested. I let myself just play, which of course, more things just dropped in. And now I'm ready and fired up. And here we are, day later, because I honored that, and the Inspire action is now like pulling me forward. It's actually like a gravitational pull that's like, okay, now I'm ready, let's go. And I've got nothing but videos and calls today. But it's that space of, it only gets lit up because I listened to the space that said, ooh, today's a stillness day. Today's a slowdown. Today's a just, like, there wasn't, I can't even say I was like, I was focused on my Fast Like a Girl book, but I wasn't even really focused on it. I was just kind of intaking. And then, and here I am, and we're having this conversation.
Well, it's the same. Look at you today. Yeah.
Yeah. It's totally different energy than yesterday. Completely different.
Yeah. I love
But
that.
that's the beauty of contemplation, right? That's the beauty of the trust. That's the beauty of saying, oh, and here's the thing that I wish. And you're not going to know it until you know it. That's the thing I can tell you all day long. But until you feel it and experience it, it's so fun and fucking easy and like simple. Like, it's so basic. And it took me a long time, because trust me, I'm a type A, and I don't stubborn, and I don't listen. And like, again, throwing bent arrows, my immaturity is one of my shadows, right? Which means I keep shooting a bent arrow at a target. I get it. So you're not going to know it till you know it. But once you know it, you're not available to go back to the suffering, to making it hard. It's so easy. It's so effortless. It's so fucking delicious. It's just awesome. Well, all right, y'all. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. You can also find me out in the socials. In the meantime, remember, say yes to yourself. Destroy the noise getting in your way, and live your life aligned as fuck. This is Candy Barone, and I will catch you next time.